My name is Bogdan. I'm a software engineer, actually software development engineer, as the title says at Amazon for the last 2.5 years at the moment, and I'm working mostly on machine learning tasks for Amazon regarding compliance and so on. I've met Mircea in high school first. He was a really, really smart guy. He came at our high school when I first met him to talk about also about the Olympics with my teacher. uh, and after that we've kept in touch, and we started working together to improve my skills. I think he saw some potential in me in order to achieve better results. I was already doing some computer science contests, but not at the level that I believe I reached while working with him. So he guided me ever since for the Olympics context, for the Olympic contests, and also for the interviews. And he was extremely helpful. He done his best in order to make me understand a lot of different approaches in order to solve the problems and to understand better the algorithms and how they work, how they should be applied in different contexts, how I should choose the best algorithms and data structures for a problem in order to obtain the best complexity in time, in memory, and optimize them for the best. I find pretty hard to understand some algorithms which are more abstract, let's say, um, like dynamic programming, maybe some graph stuff, and different traversers of the graphs. But with a lot of practice, I believe I've overcome those obstacles in my way. And of course, Mencha helped a lot. He was there to answer all the questions, all the dumb questions that I had at the moment. In the beginnings, we were like, okay, let's do at least a brute force solution and see how we can improve from that. Because if you are doing at least a brute force, usually you can understand better the problem, and you can come up with a better solution. There, if for the really difficult problems, it might be hard to hit the best solution just from one shot. So you have to try different things. Maybe, as I said, a brute force first, and then how you can approach it better. I was already working for two different companies. I also worked for NXP Semiconductors and for Trement, where I've got some experience, but those interviews were pretty different from the ones that are usually taken for the big companies like Amazon. Um, the interviews for Amazon were mm, more focused on the algorithmic and data structure side, not necessarily on my experience. I had to prove on every interview that I'm able to understand the problem, to ask the right questions in order to get enough information about the problem which I was trying to solve. um, because usually in the beginning they don't give you the whole problem, maybe just like some hints, and you really have um, to work through it And what I mean by that is, okay, I have this information. Am I sure that it's all the information I need? Do I have to ask more questions, understand better what the interviewer really wants? Being a former Olympic helped me a lot, of course. But when you are at the Olympics, you are just you with the computer and with the other colleagues which are trying to get the big prize. I wasn't looking to actually change my job, so I was really relaxed, and I think that helped a lot, at least in my case. I was, of course, I was enthusiastic because it was Amazon, and it was the first time when I got to the final interviews. Let's say I've never actually passed for the other companies. In the beginning, I've never passed the CV review usually because they want people with more experience, maybe even better results at the Olympics and so on. It was the first time when I got the interviews, and I was enthusiastic, and I've tried to be like, okay, let's do the best we can, and see where I can what I can get from that experience. And apparently I've got an offer after all those interviews, which was first for Spain, if I remember correctly, but I've chose to remain in Bucharest after all, and I've got a role for Amazon in Bucharest. I'm actually working at the office in Bucharest. We also Amazon has also an office in Bucharest, in Iași, in Timișoara, Cluj. Here we have four offices in Romania. That's pretty good. I believe that the best part is that I'm working with some of the smartest people in the industry, uh, with a lot of engineers which have lots of experience. Some of them are even more senior than me, with more than 10 years experience in Amazon, which I believe it's amazing. I have to have a lot to learn from them. I have a lot to learn from them. A change that I can actually observe, it's that I'm getting lots of messages on LinkedIn. Usually, I'm getting messages every day, maybe uh, 2 3 messages per day. My inbox is kind of full because of that. Usually, if you are at a big company, everyone wants you. I think that's the major change. I still have new things to learn because I'm doing sometimes I'm doing a different project every year or every 6 months, something like that. And from each one of them, I have a lot to learn. So yeah, it's kind of challenging. That's the way I would describe my work now. I'm still thinking about my goals. I've already got some promotions, so it's kind of hard to get a promotion every year. Yeah, I had to begin leading different projects, implementing even better, writing better code, having better stats. Being I had to be involved in a lot more with the clients, and so on, in order to achieve a different level of seniority, let's say.